Good evening and welcome to another video. My name's Chris and I post occasional travel videos, whether that be day trips, weekends away or longer. Often in the UK, sometimes abroad, and mostly with my dog Henry, and we seek out lots of dog-friendly places along the way. So tonight I am going to be heading off to Paddington and I am going to be catching the Night Riviera train to Truro tonight, so to the West Country, so in Cornwall. So I am about to head out from home and head over to Paddington. The train leaves at 11:45 and I should arrive in Truro about 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. So Henry's coming along with me, so that should be fun. I've done this trip before, but never with Henry. So we'll see how we get on. Dogs are allowed. We've got a cabin booked, so I'll tell you all about that when we get there. But now I'm just about to head off to Paddington, and I will probably see you next when I'm there. Right, so we're just about ready to go. I don't think Henry's sure quite what's hit him, because normally he'd be tucked up on the sofa by now. But we're about to head out and head to Paddington. So, right, one last stretch, mate. And right, and off we go. Right, so I've just come to Lancaster Gate because I decided to get the central line here because it's about a 8 to 10 minute walk, I think, from here to Paddington station, and I thought that might give Henry a little walk before we get there and get settled into the train. So I shall fill you in with a bit more information as we progress. So you can see that Henry's got his Cornish tartan bandana on, so he's all ready for the trip to Cornwall. Right, so I'm heading down. I have to say it's a bit strange coming to a train station this late at night. So it's I think it's about 10:15 now. So yeah, it feels a bit odd, but. Not sure exactly my way, but it said turn right at the station and head down here. So and I can see a sign to Paddington right up ahead, so we're obviously not too far away. Right, so as I already mentioned, the train's at 11:45. Well, it leaves Paddington at 11:45. You can get on the train at 10:30, so that's your kind of boarding time, and then if you've got a cabin booked, you also have access to the first class lounge, which I think is on the same platform as where the train leaves, but I think that closes as soon as the train's just going across the road. I think that closes once the train's ready to board, so I think that will close at 10:30. So I might have a look and see if I can trying to work out which way to cross over here. Yeah, I might find somewhere to have a quick drink before we get on the train, and because Henry is not allowed in the lounge car on the actual train itself, so he can only go in the cabin with me. So, but I might be able to sneak out and get a drink from there. Not sure. So we'll play that by ear. So I might have a drink before we get on, and then yeah, we'll settle in when we get there. So Henry's quite happy leading me along here, even though I'm not quite sure where I'm going, but he seems to think he does. So Henry's finding plenty of places to sniff and wee on the way, which is good, so he'll be nice and settled for the night. Right, so I can see the Hilton London Paddington, so the station can't be that far away. Right, so here we are, I think. There's a sign there that says Paddington. Don't recognise it from here because a lot of things have changed since the Elizabeth line was built. So I think this is the Elizabeth line side, I think, but we'll walk up here and we'll see where we come in. Right, so I think this is it. Just got to cross over. It looks like this is where taxis come in. Don't remember this canopy before, so yeah, definitely not come in this way, but as I said, I think everything's changed around here since they built the Elizabeth line at Paddington. There's the familiar purple of the Elizabeth line, so it's definitely the Elizabeth line entrance. So yeah, and then I'm heading down the stairs and around and into the Paddington station. So there you go. I hope you can see that. So it's the 2345 Penzance, the Night Riviera sleeping berths. Seating combination is in A and B, and it says please wait on the platform. I've been told that it's always platform 1. Right, so this is definitely the Night Riviera, and that's the first class lounge right there. You get that. I'm not going to try and go in there, I think, because I think I want to go and get an alcoholic drink, and I think it's only soft drinks and a few snacks in there, so I think we might go and have a drink somewhere else and then come back and board the train. Okay, so this is what I'm heading for, the beer house. Oh, actually it looks quite quiet. I thought it might be a bit busier, but yeah, might just head on here and grab a beer before we go and get on the train. Right, so I'm starting my evening with a pint of neck oil in here. So it's a while since I've been to Paddington, and this was the old entrance that I'm used to, and then they've now got a whole new Paddington Square development there with the market hall and yeah, all sorts of stuff there. So, and that's the Bakerloo line station there. So yeah, it's definitely all renovated since I last been here. Okay, so here's our train for the evening. So yes, as I said, platform 1, and just going to have a look and see whether the lounge is still open. See if we can grab a snack or something, but if not, I think we'll get on. So I've made it into the lounge, and yeah, just grab some snacks from next door and fill my water bottle. But just come around to the side and you've got this much nicer old school area. So definitely, if you're coming in here and you're going to spend any time, there's the little modern bit when you come in, but if you head round to the right, you can come in this bit. Let's just have a look around. There's quite a lot of room here as well. And obviously no one here because it's really sort of closing for the last train. Anyway, but worth coming and investigating if you've got first class ticket or you're going on the night train. So that's the modern part where you get drinks and snacks. Right, let's head on the train. So I'm E13, so this is coach E. It says 13 to 24, so let's go and have a look. Oh, it's a very narrow corridor to get to your berth. Right, so here we are. Come on, Henry, you come. So here we are in berth 13. So worth noting that the numbers actually is per bed. So I'm 13 and there's also 14 in here as well. So I think someone's coming along to talk to us and check our tickets and obviously probably charge me for Henry as well. I'll explain the prices in a minute. So we're just settling in here, and Henry's managed to find his nice little spot, so let me show you him. So there he is. I'm going to put his little portable crate up, which I'll show you in a bit, but I'm just waiting for the guard to come round, who's going to, I think, check our tickets and organise breakfast and things like that. So we'll do that first, and then I'll show you around the room. Right, so I've just had a chat with the lovely guard on the train. So apparently I've got to pay the £30 dog supplement in the buffet, and the buffet you're not allowed to take the dog, so that seems a little bit odd. And he's going to bring me a tea and a porridge in the morning, which will be lovely. So he's going to leave that outside so that it doesn't disturb Henry, he said. And that will be at 6:30. I arrive in Truro at I think it's 6 minutes past 7. So yeah, gives me time to have that. So I'm going to attempt now to give you a tour of the room. It is quite small and quite compact, so I'll see how we get on. Right, so I'm going to try and give you a bit of a room tour here. So coming in, you can see the bed on the right hand side there. So they've made up the bottom bunk. Put all my bags on there because there wasn't really much else where else to put them. There is a top bunk that they can make up there as well, but they don't do that for single occupancy by the looks of things. I'm sure last time it was, but it's not this time. So got Henry down here, so he's settled on his mat down there, so that's lovely. Right, so let me see what I can show you in here. So there's the window, so I just slammed the door. There's the window with the blind down, so I will show you outside shortly. There's a litter bin. Didn't mention the plugs and the room service and all the light switches. Plugs with USBs are all there, and obviously there was the same at the top for the upper bunk. Let me just move these things off the top of here, and then I can show you. Right, so I can now show you the sink. So, you can see there's a key card there that comes with the room. So if you do leave, which I'm going to have to do to go to the thing, I can then use this card to get back in my room. So we'll drop that down there. This is the sink. So yes, I say there's a litter bin there. Then there's a sink here. So this thing lifts up. There we are. And then you've got two press tabs, which he was keen to explain to me. So you've got your own sink, plug, and then it came with a little bar of soap. So I might just drop that in there as well. So I've got that if I want to use that. Sorry, Henry's just sitting here very calmly on his little mat. So I've got his crate to set up here. I'm not sure whether I'm going to use it, but they also said that dogs shouldn't be on the beds, so he does need to stay on the floor. So there's a reading light here, so that's turned on. Oh, just excuse me, that's there we are. So there's a little reading light there, and there's also, let me just turn that off, there's also quite a handy tray that comes down here. So you've got, let me try and stand back a bit, there you go. So you can see that there's a tray for you to put things on down here if you want to sort of sit on this sofa, or sit on this bed and use it as a sofa before you go and sleep in it. Right, let's just try and get around the other side. So did I mention these? So up here I've just stuck my water bottle, so there's some water that comes with the room, so I've just grabbed a bottle of that. I filled up my bottle in the lounge before I got on, and I've also got 3 cans of red wine there because that's my usual survival kit for a long haul flight. So I figured that if I can drink a couple of those, then that might actually mean that I'll be able to have a snooze, and hopefully I shall sleep well. Right, what else have I got here? So there's also a wardrobe here, so you can see it's very difficult to film in here, but anyway, there's a wardrobe here, so I'm just going to open that so you can see that. So they call it a wardrobe. It's basically, oh, there we go, crunch. It's basically 2 hangers in a cupboard, very, very thin. It's also woken Henry up, unfortunately. Hello. And then down here there's a couple of bottles of water. Oh, sorry, I can't see that. There we go. 1 bottle there, and I've just grabbed the one from there. So that's quite handy. Somewhere to hang your clothes on there. And then just on the side here, so that's the door to get in right there. Oh, it's got a hook on the back of the door, that's handy. I can put my coat on there, and then it's got a small mirror on this side of the wardrobe. You can probably see me in there. Hello. And then there's a small mirror on this side as well, so you've got a bit of a mirror there. And I think that's about it. There seems to be lots of little lights here, so I'm just going to experiment with the lights here and see what turns on and what turns off here. So, oh, that's off. Ah, that's the little mirror lights. You can see those. Yeah, so there's a couple of lights on either side of there. So they're quite nice, small lighting. And then there's obviously all these little lights in the ceiling as well. That's the main lights. So yeah, that's the room. That's the room for the night. It looks quite comfortable, to be fair. Oh, and I think we've just left because it's 11:45. So let's have a quick look outside the window. If I just open this, it's a bit tricky to do. There we go. We are on the move. There we are. Oh, you know what? You can probably just about only see me. Let me turn the lights out in the room, and hopefully you should be able to see outside a bit better there. So yes, it's just 11:45. So we have now left. We're now about leaving Paddington Station. So there we go. So just enjoying my first can of red wine. So I started that while I was waiting for the conductor to come along, but thought I'd have that. And I think it's quite nice with just the two little lights on the mirror and the reading light on, so it gives a nice little ambience. So yeah, cheers. So Henry's managed to find his own little spot right under the bed there. There you go. You're going to sleep there for the night? That would be nice, wouldn't it? I think under the bed here is where you're supposed to put your luggage, but I think Henry's decided to make it his own little bed spot for the night. It's got carpet, so it's very happy. Right, I'm off to find the restaurant cup. Right, so here's the restaurant car. So I just ordered myself gin and tonic and paid 30 quid for the dog. So just before I head back, so there's general seating, but there's also some kind of sofa areas, and then there's these kind of normal kind of train style seats here. So all good. So I've just paid for 30 quid for Henry, and got myself a Tarquin's and slimline tonic. So you can see how narrow these corridors are. So head back. At the end of the carriages you've got your toilets. So there's two at the end of this one. There's two at the end of every carriage. And then yeah, this is my corridor. So hopefully I can find number 13 and 11, 12, 13. Right. Ooh. Right. Yeah. There we are. 13 and 14. So I just need to find my key card and I can let us in. Right, so I have to just show you that I have now opened up Henry's crate. So he basically, it fills the entire space between the bed and the wardrobe. So anyway, at least he's got his own little place. So let me show you. Are we all in there? He's a good boy. Yeah, so he's got his proper bed inside a crate. So hopefully he'll sleep fine in that. Right, so Henry's all settled in his crate right beside me there. I'm just lying on the bed, just setting up the iPad on the side here for to watch a bit of telly before I go to sleep. And yeah, I suppose I ought to get ready for bed really. So we've just arrived at Reading. It's midnight 28 and yeah, not a lot going on at Reading now. I think it's probably a pickup only station, but here we are, Reading. So we're still at Reading, and this just looks like a Heathrow Express going past. So it's midnight 33, so I'm assuming they still run at this time of night. But yeah, wouldn't have thought there would be many flights at this time of night, but there's no one in the carriages, so I'm assuming it's just maybe going back to base. Right, so good morning. It's 6:30, and just had a knock on the door to say that my breakfast is outside. So right, so let's have a look, see what's here. So, cup of tea, and hopefully, and a porridge, creamy honey porridge. Good morning. Are we getting out? Henry? Right, so we seem to have some porridge in a little pot. Here we are. Sorry, Henry's having a look outside because there's people around. Alright. And there we are. Porridge. And a cup of tea. So, all good. So yeah, there we are. Would you like some? Very sweet. But anyway, something to start the day anyway. So here we are. This is Cornwall. It's a little bit grey, a little bit wet, but we're here. It's as I said, it was 6:30. No, it's 7:15, so should be arriving in Truro in about 15 minutes. It's now 7 o'clock, and yeah, I had my breakfast, got my tea, and yeah, I actually slept quite well, I think, in the end. So I don't know what time I crashed out, but yeah, woke up at 6:30, which is my usual time. Henry slept really well in his crate, so all good. So there we are, a bit of Cornish countryside as we speed towards Truro. So you can see, you know when you get to Truro because you go over a viaduct just before you pull into the station. So hopefully I should be able to get a view of that. Right, so there we are, Truro Cathedral, right there. Right, I better get ready and get off, I think. Right, so here we are at Truro. So I've just been picked up by my sister, who's in this car here. Henry's all set up in the back. There he is, having a little look. And yeah, bit of a grey, miserly day down here, but hopefully things will get better over the weekend. Right, so just wanted to round up the video from my trip on the train. So I'm currently in our accommodation in Cornwall. So we're at a resort called Gwelham Moor, and we're in one of the residences. I don't think you can't see much out the window. It is raining. It's been raining on and off all day. But anyway, I just thought I'd round up the video about the night train, or the Night Riviera. So yeah, I had slept pretty well in the end. I crashed goodness knows what time, and woke up with my alarm at 6:30, and with a knock on the, and also a knock on the door with a cup of tea and my porridge for breakfast. So that was all good. Very, very lovely man on there that looked after us. And yeah, I got to Truro on time, just after 7. And so yeah, I just wanted to, I forgot to tell you about the costs. So it's quite expensive, I would say. So I've got them written down here. So the ticket, a single ticket from, I actually booked to Redruth, even though I got off at Truro. A single ticket was £86.70 for an off-peak single, I think that was, from Paddington. Then the cabin, you have to book extra, so that was £175 for that, for say single occupancy cabin. I assume you could have 2 people in there for the same price, but don't quote me on that. So the total was £261.70. So yeah, so it's quite a lot for a single trip down here. I'm actually going back by car, so I won't be paying that going back. But yeah, that's the cost of a single trip. And then obviously with the dog as well, I think I mentioned that in the video, that he was £30, which is again quite a lot really. Most hotels only charge maybe 20 for a dog, for the additional cleaning that they like to charge you when you've got a dog. So yeah, all in all, so that would have been £291.70 for me and the dog for a single trip. So anyway, it was a fun thing to do, and yeah, not something I'll necessarily do. I probably, for that price, you could probably get a trip down and a cheap hotel down here. So because you can get quite a late train down, and you arrive in Truro at midnight or something like that. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the video. Please like it, because that always helps promote that to other people, and subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see more videos. And I'll see you again soon.